Check.
Alrighty.
You're going to bring us in?
I may have already started recording.
Oh.
Because what she does to me is every time I'm like fiddling with all this shit, she starts talking and having great conversations before I hit record.
I love it.
Yeah, that's
And
been
so-
happening.
So I have decided that from now on, I'm going to try and like have it all ready to go. And it's like record the moment the guest
Perfect.
walks in or picks up a mic.
I love it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
authentic.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, well, that was the whole point of our show, is just to have a conversation, get to know the character, you know?
Get to know people in not
A
the
boring-
normal.
Yeah.
Way.
Not another
Like-
boring interview.
Where are you from?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Go a little deeper, right?
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Why'd
I'm
you
ready
come to
for it.
Palmas?
Do you like
Same
long
reason
walks on the beach?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
So give us like the quick 1
Well,
minute.
first let's introduce him.
Oh, I'm
Shouldn't we
sorry.
I'll get
Say-
an introduction.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Shouldn't
I'm
we
not
say?
used to the record button. Like,
Just being on.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we have an amazing person with us
Oh.
who we love,
Super excited
who
for
just
this
so
guest
happens
today.
to be on the cruise ship with us on this episode of Out and About.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have Mike Lee with us.
Hey, what up? Give it up, ladies. Happy to be
So
here.
excited you're here.
Yeah.
We've been, we've got our list of top people, and Mike Lee has been at the top of the list.
Ah, come on.
It's
Yeah,
for real.
That's legit.
okay.
For real.
Yeah.
Because you're an interesting person.
You do realize at some point somebody's going to come up to us and say, "Am I not on your like original list?"
yeah,
of
yeah.
the
That's
first
just gonna
people,
cause problems.
Right.
Yeah.
and then I'm going to say, "Well, whose fault is that?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the list is really long, so it's more like also about a little bit of convenience, and it just happened that we're on the ship together, and we discovered
Karaoke rooms.
the
Yes.
karaoke rooms were the best way for us to sit and record and not have a ton of music and people
Absolutely.
talking and whatever. And so we
You should
decided
go on
to.
cruises just to do this.
Right?
It should be a thing, right? Just I
I need
Podding
another
and cruising.
reason.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go on cruises with
Yeah.
all of our
Yeah.
friends and
Yeah.
hang
Just
out
do
and
po-
chat.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I like the way you're thinking, Mike.
Yeah,
I really
and
do.
we must admit, like Palmas has amazing people from the top to the bottom across the board. So, like, yeah, this should be a thing. I'm with it.
Right? Right?
I'd be a part of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something
Yes, I
before.
was. I
Okay.
always like
and then
to
I
hear-
and then I interrupted you.
I always like to hear, because even though like we know Mike very well, we love him, but not everybody knows like the brief story of how did you get to Palmas.
Oh well, that's
Like,
short and long story.
Let's
right?
keep it till a minute.
Well, so I can make it very simple. Originally, we were thinking about DR, so we moved to we wanted to take a trip to DR. At the time, there was a lot happening at the Hard Rock at DR, where we were going to say some people had passed away. So said it's not a good time to go there.
Oh.
But we had already allotted that we're going to take a trip.
I feel
So
like
we
that's
said,
a story in itself.
yeah. So we said, you know what? Let's go to Puerto Rico. We've never been to Puerto Rico, so my wife Amber and I, we decided to go to Puerto Rico, and she had listened to a podcast with John Lee Dumas.
There you go.
So that was a connection, right? So
Yep.
because of that, we went to Palmas. Fell in love with Palmas at that time, but we also have a daughter. Who's
Did you
16
know
now.
anybody?
We didn't know anybody.
Okay.
We had an opportunity to meet John Lee Dumas. We met him and kind of walked up and did like a little hike together. But outside of that, we knew no one in Palmas. So, but we were thinking about our daughter as well. At that time, we were going to move our daughter with us as well, and so we had to think about her going to school. So we looked at the academy. We looked at a couple spots like in San Juan, East La Verde, Condado, and something was calling us about Palmas, right? And we didn't know anybody at the time, and we just went back to Palmas. Decided to. This was during COVID. So we stayed a month at a time first, went back home. You know, our daughter was going to school remotely, so we took her back with us. She kind of fell in love with it, so we decided to make that move. So
And what
that's
year
how it
was
happened.
this? Was 2020?
Yeah,
that you
2020.
could- okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Because I remember when I first met you, you guys, I feel like were more back and forth.
We were.
You were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So now, it's interesting. Sometimes when I say home, I'll be talking about Richmond, Virginia. Amber's like, no, that's no longer home. Puerto Rico's home. So we're shifting now. We're changing. So
Yeah.
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 I love that.
And so, what's your favorite spot in Palmas?
Well, it was Goddess because
Yeah.
I like
Yes.
cigars, so
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
the cigar bar. Now I would say I like Norberto's.
Yeah,
I
was
knew it.
hoping you
I
was gonna
knew
say
it.
that. I know.
I was like, if he doesn't say
Yeah.
Roberto's, I'm going to be
I like Norberto's, to
surprised.
be honest. Yeah.
we
Norberto's,
love. Lisa's actually she wants to
Yeah.
be interviewed, so
It's
we're
a
gonna.
great vibe.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, we're gonna have a conversation.
Conversation. We
trying
do
to-
not
we
do
wanna say
interviews.
No,
It's a
no.
chat.
Yeah.
We're having a chat.
Yeah.
I want to hear a little bit of your backstory because
yeah.
you have. It's such an inspiring story about like your youth and
Yeah. You know, it's interesting that you asked that because Amber just reposted something about 6 years ago. I had an opportunity to be on the one of the news channels back home, and it talked about my experience, which is being shot at the age of 12. And the piece is called "The Power of Forgiveness," because and it really wasn't necessarily about me forgiving my friend. It was about me forgiving myself for not really addressing the situation as a child. So I was shot in the face at the age of 12. My friend was playing with a gun, and we were at his parents' house, and he basically pulled the gun out. I didn't know it was a revolver. There was still a bullet left in the chamber. Initially, it was pointed to the back of my head, but somehow, by the grace of God, I turned around, and he pulled the trigger, and it shot me in my nose, went through my septum, under my right jaw, and landed in the side of my head. So because of that situation, I lost the vision out of my right eye, right? And the reason why I talk about forgiveness, and I didn't know this until years later. I made a post, and I talked about, revisiting your pain to move forward in life, right? A lot of times we don't deal with our trauma. So I talked about dealing with that trauma. And from that, he responded to the post. Now, I knew where he was, but I hadn't talked to him in years, right?
Yeah.
And it was so crazy. He said, just that moment changed a friendship that was once beautiful. And, that was my best guy at the age of 12, 13, as close as you could be. And he said it made a friendship awkward, right? And we had an opportunity to interview him. And through the interview, he said, it makes me want to cry thinking about it. He said, look, like at that point, he never had a girlfriend from our high school. He didn't go to prom with a girl from my high school. He had no friends, but me, I was still his friend, but I couldn't see that. As a child, I wasn't introspective enough to figure out this changed his world too. And so looking back on it, it kind of crushed me for a minute. So we had to deal with that. The pain of not being able to recognize what he was going through.
well,
at the
you
time.
were both young.
True, we were.
And I'm
We
sure
were.
he had
Yeah.
probably a lot of guilt
Yeah.
along with
Yeah.
what happened.
And and to this day, we've never talked about that moment in the house, and because my experience is different than his experience. Just even now, we're all going through this, but we have a different perspective on it, right? So that was a life-changing experience, and because of that, I lost the vision of my right eye, and then at the age of 24, I woke up, I was totally blind. We found out I have a condition called optic neuritis in my left eye. And so for a year, I was totally in the dark, and then my vision came back the way it is now. Now I see shades of light.
And
I see
none
some
of that
movement.
was related. It had nothing to do
Right.
with.
So totally
Okay.
unrelated. So think about
crazy.
that. 2 incidents that happened in my life attacked my vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we thought initially when I contracted or got the optic neuritis, we thought it could have been lupus, it could have been sarcoidosis, like all these autoimmune diseases and all these different things. And it was none of that. We don't know why it came. The condition I have normally comes in middle-aged white women. And I'm not a middle-aged white woman, right? And a lot of times,
Far from it.
Not even a little bit.
yeah, right. Yeah. So, and when you do have optic neuritis, normally your vision comes back to full restoration, and mine didn't.
I see.
So I had to go back to a school for the blind, learn to read Braille, and learn to utilize my cane, and do a host of other things. So it's been a journey for sure.
So you're kind of like Daredevil.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I
'Cause
guess.
I think
Yeah.
Daredevil could see like
Shadows, yeah.
Yeah, shadows and stuff. So like if it rains, can you see?
It's not necessarily the rain. So the way this room is colored now. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at you now.
Yeah.
All I can see is like you were just moving your arms. It's like I saw a floating arm. So whatever color you have on is similar to what's behind.
I actually just took my arm off. I do have a floating arm. So that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
You didn't know that about Becky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm learning new things too.
Yeah.
And, so here's the crazy thing. So recently I looked at a picture. All you ladies took a picture together, and so in the normal world, I have no idea what somebody looks like. And Amber was in the picture as well. So she showed me the picture, and I said, "Well, who's this?" She said, "That's me." I said, "What? Who's that?" That's Aaron. That's that was the first time I saw a picture of you, ladies. So it was like I was seeing you for the first time. Which is right. But I've known you for so long.
And then you were like, "Damn, my wife's got some hot friends."
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I said. Exactly what I said. Yeah. So it's a different world. I truly get to meet people on a different level. We vibrate on a different level. Right. Get to meet you for who you truly are. I have no preconceived notions of the visual field.
So one of the things that I think is amazing about you, and I know this has just been recently or within the last few years, is that as a blind man, you go out and you golf.
Yeah.
And you drive the golf cart. Yeah. And from what I hear, like, you kill it on the golf course.
I'm learning.
Now I did hear a story that I need to see if it's actually true.
Yeah. Is it a fact check?
Yeah, this is a fact check.
Okay.
Yeah, but only Mike can really say, because I heard it from Sean, so you're not really sure. I think it was Mike hit the ball and it went into it flew into the golf cart and ended up in the little golf ball holder.
Yeah. It happened.
It was a hole in one.
Yeah, it was a hole in one for sure. And Sean went crazy. He went batshit crazy. Like, oh my God! I said, yeah, that was me. I did it. That ended the day. We should have stopped playing golf at that point. Right. Yeah, we went crazy. It happened. But but I will tell you this. Initially moving to Palmas, a couple guys that asked me to play golf, and I'm like, nah, really, because I have friends that play golf back home, and I never really did it. And it was Raphael, Philly. Yeah. And I was asking Philly, like, man, like you go to the range all the time. Why don't you just go play? He was kind of like, why you don't go play? I said, you're right. Touche. And that's what we did for a month straight. Philly and I went out, had a 7:00 tee time every morning. We went and played golf and knocked it out. So yeah,
I just love that about you. I love the fact that people with any sort of disability, or they look at life as like, oh, well, I can't do that, or because your vision is impaired, and you don't look at life that way.
Personally, I will tell you this: if I wouldn't have been shot at the age of 12, I would have been prepared for my vision loss at 24. So there's certain things that happen in your life that prepare you for your future. And that's the only reason why I am where I am and doing some of the things that I do, because that loss prepared me for where I am now. Like I've been at death's door, right? So everything else is just free time for me. So I'm happy to be doing what we're doing.
You do some public speaking events, yes?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I do some. Well, I'm a former educator too. I taught 9th grade literature, special education, and 4th and 5th grade special education as well.
Amazing.
So being an educator, that was just a natural progression of what I was doing at the time. So that's how I started speaking and working with different youth organizations back home. I started a nonprofit called Making Men, working with young men in the community, where we gave them an opportunity to be exposed to other gentlemen like myself, who are from some of the same areas they were from. And we do like an etiquette dinner. We get them tailored suits and do some cool stuff with the kids.
I don't think I knew that. That's so cool.
Yeah, have different speakers come in, talk to them throughout the year, and give them the support they need.
Mike's got a phrase that he uses all the time, and I feel that everybody should just live by this. And you already know what I'm going to say, because you write it in every post.
Yeah.
What is that?
This life is for the living.
This life is for the living.
I always put a hashtag on it. Hashtag
I love
LoveEternal.
that so much.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. Truly. Yeah. Yeah. I think that when people ask me, like, if you can tell a phrase or something that embodies what you're trying to do and who you are, that's what it is. This life is for the living for me. And the LoveEternal part is just having appreciation for everything that's happened in your life. So
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like I personally feel like you're kind of a big deal on TikTok, even though I'm really not there. But I always, because, well, the Nifty Chicks, we are on there, and I every day get something like at Mike Lee Inspires posted, and
I gotta find y'all the Nifty Chicks, huh?
Well, we Nifty Chicks aren't really doing anything on TikTok, but
she's now doing this with me.
Bex is thinking that maybe we will.
It's gonna
be
blow.
on
Oh
TikTok.
yeah.
You will.
If
Y'all will crush it.
I think we need to, but I'm gonna be the one who's gonna be doing this. So we'll put a poll out to everybody. Hey, should we be on TikTok? Would you like to see us on
I'm going
TikTok?
with yes.
TikTok.
Okay.
Yes or
TikTok.
Yes.
No? Okay.
Yes.
One
absolutely.
vote. Yes.
Yes.
So we have a segment that we started on this because we like to do fun things. And one of them is rapid fire. I ask you 10 questions and you have 30 seconds to answer them total.
Let's go. I'm in.
So she's going to set the timer. And these are just simple, like, favorite questions.
Locked in. Let's do it.
Let me know when you're ready, Aaron.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready.
Here we go. Are you ready, Mike?
Let me get my drink. I need a drink.
Okay.
Get my drink. I'm ready.
Start over. I gotta reset the timer.
I'm ready. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. What is your favorite color?
Pink.
Favorite movie?
Life.
Favorite book?
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Me too.
Yeah, I'll
Musician?
give it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Hurry.
Press pause. We're on rapid
it up.
fire. Okay.
Too late.
Yeah, we can talk about
Yeah,
that.
we'll talk
All
about
right.
I'll give you an extra 2
All right.
seconds.
Musician or band?
Sam Cooke.
Favorite food?
Pasta.
Favorite hobby?
Cigars.
Favorite places you visited? Place. Singular.
Greece and Puerto Rico.
Nice.
Time is up.
Oh, come on. Well,
Okay,
I
one
feel
more,
like
one
we
more, one more.
okay.
One more.
Okay. This one more is going to sound like 3. Favorite animal?
Donkey.
Ice cream flavor.
Butter pecan.
And favorite app on your phone?
TikTok.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
I love that your favorite color is pink
Yeah.
because we are in the pink room.
Yeah.
And you're wearing pink.
Oh my
I
gosh, this
didn't
is
know it.
amazing.
I didn't know it was a pink room until you
it
just
was
told me.
meant to be.
The only
my
thing,
God.
the
I
only
didn't
thing
know.
that would make this better is if it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
On Wednesdays we were pink.
I like it. I like it. So do you have pink on?
No orange.
but it's-
Oh, because that'll give you an idea
not
of what my vision's
Wednesday
like,
either.
'cause that's the same color as the wall to me. Like,
Oh, sweet.
That's why you.
Well,
that's
here's
why
the
it's
thing.
blended
I
in.
actually have this disease.
Yeah.
It's like a chameleon kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, like, if I stand next to a wall, I start to change
You
into
blend
that
in.
color.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Along with my floating arms.
love
They're
it.
not related.
Yeah. So tell me about your love for the Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh my
Alexander
gosh.
Dumas. You know who wrote that book, right? Of
Yeah,
course you know.
it's an incredible book.
You know he's a brother? He's a black guy.
Yeah.
You know
It
your
is-
history.
It is my favorite story ever told. Like, that's just how I feel about it. You know, it's incredible.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Redemption, triumph.
Yeah.
Pain. We talked about trauma, all that, right?
All
Yeah.
of it. And
Great,
just
great,
and
great
and,
story,
and
yeah.
coming out on top.
Yeah,
I
and it's
wanna-
a love.
I
It's a
wanna
love
go
story.
It's a
back
beautiful.
to
It's a beautiful story.
It's a love story,
Yeah.
too.
The movie.
Yeah.
It has
Life?
everything.
Life.
I don't know that movie.
Oh my God!
What is wrong
life
with
with
me?
with Eddie Murphy, right?
Yeah,
and
you
and,
got
and Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, you got
and Martin
it.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
Life?
We gotta watch it
Yeah.
together.
When,
Oh, we gotta watch
when-
it.
How old is this
Oh,
movie?
this is. it had to be.
You know what? We can.
Is it? See when it came out. Is
Fact
it,
check.
Is it the 90s?
Ooh, that is a great question. I
Yeah.
think so. I think so.
Yeah, great movie though.
Okay.
Oh no!
hilarious.
Wait, no, that's not it. That's a newer one.
Different movie.
There's other movies called Life.
Yeah, Martin
Shame
Lawrence,
on
Eddie
them.
Murphy.
99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
99.
Yeah. So here's the premise of the story is that Eddie Murphy meets Martin Lawrence, and they're two very different guys. And this is like what 1920s, like
Yeah, it has to be.
yeah 1920s. It's like when Prohibition, and they end up getting. I'm not into details, but like they end up getting like caught for something. But isn't it that they didn't? They ended up getting life in prison
Yeah.
for something that really
They were
sh-
bootleggers.
yeah.
Okay.
They were bootleggers.
Yeah, so it's
But
really
they got life in prison for something they did.
exactly. So they end up these two guys who do not like each other, and they're always trying to break out.
Yeah,
And
it's hilarious.
it's
It's a fun
okay,
film.
we're
but
having
yeah.
movie night.
Yeah, I'm with it.
so much
Yeah.
fun. It's so much
And
fun.
a
If
book
you
club.
And book
yes,
club.
yes,
Great
Okay.
movie. I love that you know that.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
How funny.
I just got cool points with Mike.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you did.
Absolutely.
I got uncool points because I didn't know the movie
So-
or the book.
So, Mike, another one that we have is we like to ask interesting questions that Sean finds stupid, but I think that eventually he's going to give because everybody else finds them really cool questions.
Yeah.
So, if you had a superpower, anything, but it also had a weird quirk, we call this segment Superpower Goof-ups.
Yeah.
So, what would be your superpower? But what is its little glitch?
I don't let me think. You know what I thought of when you said that?
Yeah.
That show Real American Hero. You remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You want me to say mine? because we've been waiting for this for now
Yeah,
a few
give it to me.
episodes.
Well, sure.
Yeah,
Bex has
we've already
not
gone through.
shared.
Yeah, no,
What's
I have not
yours?
shared.
You know, because I want to know.
Yeah, so this.
I need to
so
know yours too.
so
yeah.
my superpower is I can read, write, speak, hear, everything, any language.
Yeah.
Any language. But my
That's
quirk.
impressive.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm always staring at like it would be nice to get my it would be nice to get my nails done and know at
She
least
said, that's impressive.
like know they're talking shit about my toes when I'm getting my my fingers done. But I'm just like, I need to know what you're saying. I need to know.
Yeah.
So but my quirk is anytime I speak the language, it comes out in song. So, I'll be like, ¿Cómo estás?
What? How'd you even think of that? That's random. I like it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. That's mine.
And
Now
I
you all
feel
know.
like this all ties back.
It does.
Because because she it was the episode with John
Yeah, John
that
Lee Dubas.
just came out
Okay.
yesterday.
Just launched.
So when that episode came, or when we were recording that episode, we were talking about basically having a day where every conversation, right? A day where every conversation was sung instead. So it was like we lived in a musical.
Yeah, I
with
said,
that.
I'm like, okay, this is something you don't know about me. I think that it would be amazing. Well, Joe's the only one who I told because I think that he thought it was a cool idea too.
Yeah.
And like, could we have one day where my like life is a musical and everybody breaks out into song at some point?
Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, in musicals. You
Very
start
Greatest Showman. It's going to be wonderful. Everybody's going to want to tune in. We'll have F-stoppers record us all day.
Well, now that I think of it, I would think it would have to be something about the gift of vision, though, right? Because being visually impaired,
Yeah.
but not being able to turn it off. So, yeah, like
What if
we're,
you,
we're
like-
all in the same room, we just see everybody naked.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
what if we
that's
just
it.
saw everybody naked?
That's it. That's it. When we're locked in, if I touch you, you have to say.
Oh my God, Mike! I was
Just see everybody
literally
naked.
just
That's
thinking
it.
that.
That's my
love that.
power.
Yeah,
that's my superpower. That's it.
You see everybody naked.
Everybody naked. That's
No,
it.
but how does that help mankind?
You see people for them true selves.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Right.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
See, like how mine helps mankind is I'm gonna know what they're saying about our toes when they're doing pedicures, and I'm gonna tell all my friends. I'm gonna tell everybody. She doesn't like that corn on your toe, honey. You got to get something done about that.
Ugly feet. Ugly feet. Corny feet.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Too funny.
That's a great question. I like that. So I'm like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Can you tell Sean that?
I'm gonna tell him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell
Let him know.
I
Let him
will.
know that you enjoyed our
I enjoyed it.
stupid
to
question.
get the vision. That's it.
Yeah.
So tell us, Mike, what is one thing that you don't think people know about you that you would like to share?
So I think because I consider myself to be an open book. Well, a lot of people don't know I played the upright bass. So when I tell people, they're like, yeah, okay, whatever. But yeah, I played the upright bass when I was younger.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I think that's one thing. And just what my experience with my just my walk of blindness is too. So and it's weird. I think a lot of people think because I am visually impaired and blind, there's no depth behind me. There's no intellect too.
Which
so
is
I think
completely the wrong assumption.
So
Yeah.
I get that a lot too. So people assume because
You should have some fun with that.
because
You should be like,
Yeah, you
well,
should
well, I'm
totally
sorry,
fuck with
what's
them.
that word you just said?
yeah. So I kind of I get that too. So yeah, people think and like you said before. So when I tell somebody like, oh, I played golf or whatever we're doing, they're shocked, but they assume because they're not exposed to blindness, they don't know that we do a lot of things that everybody else does too.
Right.
So I think that's actually a great question. I know I was going to get that deep, but that's exactly
I
what
love
it
it.
is. I think people don't know that I have beyond my disability. There's depth too.
There is a great deal of depth.
Yeah.
Depth.
Yeah, and depth. too.
Depth.
Yeah,
Depth.
Depth.
yeah, for sure.
Depth.
Words.
Yeah. It's a drink. It's a drink.
Yes, I am currently drinking a double shot of Hendrix on the rocks with a twist. It's delicious.
Very nice.
Yes. Well, because here's the thing. This is what you don't know, listeners, is our next episode is actually coming right up because we're going to hang out in this room for a bit longer and record Mike's amazing wife, Amber.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so, I feel like
if she's got enough
Yeah, she'll,
booze
she
in
will.
her by
She'll be
that
fine.
time, and
I
she'll
think
be
she's
ready
fine.
to
She'll be
go.
fine.
yeah, she's super quiet and chill. But,
I
you
think
know,
I think
get a
that what we
drink and
should
shit.
do is
Yeah.
we should ask Mike a question and then ask Amber the same question to see like what the difference is there.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh my God! What if
That's
we
a
do
great
like a
idea.
how well do you know your spouse kind of thing and get?
Yes.
Okay, you talk. I gotta
You know,
gotta
you
do
did that on
something.
the fly. I like this. I love this pod. I think I'm cool now. Can I call it a pod?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
All right.
I love
our pod. I mean, it's so much pod, right? So much pod.
Yeah. Also,
So much pod.
short for podcast. we have so much podcast, so much pod, and so much Palmas.com. You can go to any of them.
Actually, I don't know if you can,
Okay, can we fix that?
because I don't know that I set that up.
You got to set it up.
Oop, definitely
You gotta set it up.
podcast.
Yeah.
This podcast has just been a little bit of a work in progress.
Well,
And you
I'm
know
here
what?
for it.
It's only going to get better. And okay, so we're going to do kind of like, it's a little bit of like a newlywed game, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love this. Okay, we didn't.
I hope
Okay.
this goes well. We'll see.
How did you two meet?
We met at a grocery store.
Oh, right. I
Yeah,
knew this
so we
story.
were.
I knew this story.
I just left the speaking engagement, and it hurts me. Well, you'll hear Amber say when she tells the story, "This is the greatest he's ever looked," which hurts my feelings. She said, "You know, you looked amazing that day." I said, "Well, have I looked the same way ever since?" She's like, "Kind of like no, like that's the best I've ever seen." you." But which is good. That's how we got together. She said, "I had my little cowboy boots on, my blazer. I was dressed up. Just left the speaking engagement."
I
and
mean, I feel like
I
you
was
look
ready.
stylish all the
Thank
time.
you, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. She
Yeah,
does
you-
it, but you do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I have my shopping assistant because I'm unable to shop by myself, obviously, right? So we're doing our thing in there, and she walks up to me, but she was extremely nervous, and she said, "I just had to come speak to you. Are you single?" And I was at the time, and
She
I said
wanted to
yes.
get you in her matchmaking.
Oh
or-
my gosh! What if we ask Amber this question and
Yeah.
she says that
Yeah.
he's the one that came on to her?
Right.
Let's
Yeah,
see
yeah.
how. Let's see how this
Yeah,
goes.
Please ask me.
Yeah,
I can't
we're
wait
going
hear it
to.
too. I'm excited about this. So she says, "Are you single?" And I said, "No." The question is, "Are you?" And she said, "Yes." But she said, "I want to know, can you see me?" And I said, "No, I really can't. I can only see your shadow." She said, "Well, I just came from the gym, and I'm not looking so good, but you think we can hang out? So whatever, let's get to know each other, type thing." And we exchanged numbers, and that was that. That's how we met. But she'll tell you the backstory of
Okay.
why she did that. But that's how we met. If she wouldn't have said anything, I would have never seen her, never known her. So for whatever reason, right time, right place, and we got together.
I love that. All right,
Yeah.
so here's what I got. I have 5 questions,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to ask them. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask you what yours are,
Mm-hmm.
what are your answers, and then what do you think Amber's answers are going to be.
Okay,
So we have 5 questions here.
Love it. So excited.
let's do it.
Okay, and just a disclaimer, it is not our fault if they get divorced after this.
That's all good. We're good. I think we're solid.
Okay.
I think we're solid.
Okay, so let's start with you.
Yeah.
What is your dream vacation destination?
Greece.
Okay.
It's a good one.
What is your favorite meal that you can never get tired of?
I would say for me, pizza.
Okay. What is the one thing you would spend a ridiculous amount of money on without regret?
2 things: cigars and watches.
Oh, I like that. Watches. Nice.
Yeah, cigars and watches. Yeah.
What is a quirky habit that you have?
I don't know what that is. I can't wait to see what she's gonna say. I have no idea. I really have no idea.
Okay.
You know what? I know. You know what? When it's time to go somewhere, I can never leave the house. I always got to go back and do something, no matter what it is. If I
Joel would
gotta
probably say
check,
the
check
same
the
about
pockets,
me.
check my
Yeah,
keys,
no, Sean's
you know.
very much, I
Gotta
have
go
to go
back
to
in
the bathroom.
Yeah,
every
gotta
single
go.
time.
Got,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's-
Go to the
Oh,
restroom.
speaking
Literally,
of, guess
yeah.
who just walked
those
in?
things
Okay.
happen. As soon as when it's time to leave the house, I gotta go to the bathroom and do something. She's
Okay.
like, come on.
And then
Yeah.
the last question for you is, how would you prefer to spend your leisurely time weekends?
Oh, just sitting at the house with Amber, chilling,
Okay.
relaxing. Yeah.
Okay. So now you're going to answer what you think Amber
Mm-hmm.
is. Okay. So what is Amber's dream vacation?
I'm gonna say Greece. She enjoyed Greece.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is their favorite meal that they could never get tired of?
Something whack. Oh. She knows she's a vegetarian, so so many choices there. She likes hummus.
Oh, yum.
She likes
Nice.
hummus. Yeah.
What is one thing Amber could spend a ridiculous amount of money on without regret? The poker
Anything in the
table?
house. Poker's number one. Poker and anything in the house.
Okay.
We talking about flooring. We talk about bathrooms, bathtub, something in the house.
All right. What is a quirky habit that Amber has that you've noticed?
She's just quirky in general. So she, yeah.
Okay. And how does Amber prefer to spend her
OCD.
leisure time?
Oh, by herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
by
right.
herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to see because we're going to record
Yeah.
her next.
I really want to know what she's going to say.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is going to be a fun little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Might cause some problems, but we'll see.
Yeah. We'll
Hopefully
but judging by how this goes, we'll know if we can keep it on the
Right,
show,
yeah,
or
you gotta
maybe
do
we
it
shouldn't
again.
break too many couples up.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
probably not good since we like these people. We want them to stay in Palmas. You know.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah, we
Cool.
don't want to destroy any relationship.
Yeah. No.
Well, I guess we're the guinea pig for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to
Good
see.
luck.
We
Yeah,
really
yeah.
appreciate this, Mike. Thanks.
Taking one
Yeah.
for the team.
Got
Yeah.
your back. Got your back.
Yeah.
Got your back.
So, and we really appreciate you taking a little time out
Yeah.
on this cruise to hang with us,
Yeah.
and especially when we're in Martinique today.
Yes.
And I know that you guys want to get off and maybe take a little gander around. But thank you for
Thank you
hanging.
for having me.
Yeah.
Love y'all. The
Yeah.
best.
Mike.
Thank you.
This
Thank
life
you.
is for the living.
This life is for the living, baby.
Life
You better
is for the
believe it.
living.
You better believe it.